Hey guys, this is Minecraft Rocket Guys, and I'm just back from the beach, and I'd like to show you guys my summer forecast again, because some people are trying to hate on me, about my forecast, and I'd like to show them what I mean. So, it's from the site I'm actually forecasting on, so that took me as a hit. Okay, so it says, you see warm waters in the northern Pacific? That's an El Nino. No, that's not. If you live in, or not if you live, it's in the equatorial Pacific. That's where El Nino or a La Nina would be. So right here, this is showing a La Nina. I think it's either a positive or a negative PDO. I can't remember right now. For my life, I can't remember. But yeah. And then this is what really got me. He said, I want to dive into precipitation. A lot of people have been inquiring me. For example, one of them was saying, it is impossible for North Carolina to be very wet this summer. I never said it was impossible. I said there wasn't a good chance. And then he said, absolute nonsense. Okay, he said absolute nonsense. He said the hurricanes will be pushed east of the Gulf of Mexico's warm waters, which will cause them to ride up the east coast. It cannot ride too far away from the coast either, because more blocking way back into the northern Atlantic Ocean. There will be way more blocking in the northern Atlantic Ocean. You can't say that there will be. There is a possibility, but you can't say there will be. Also, he shows me a Jamstack precipitation model for the summer. I just got to say, don't always look at the models. Just don't. They'll hit you in the gut, throw you back home. I'm saying this could be right. I'm not sure. I just think it isn't. And then it says, see all the blues over the east? It means above average. And he says more stuff. You can read this on Us Weather Plus. Also, he says, now I'm going to look very closely into the precipitation because I want people like Jacob from Raleigh, North Carolina to bother me saying it will be very dry for the east and south. I said it'll be slightly dry. And I was saying also that there'll probably be something like an abnormally dry drought in near where I live, okay? And he's showing this. He shows all the typical storm tracks for the hurricanes. I see this. Then I see this. But there's a trough in the east. Usually when there's a trough in the east and storms are trying to go up the east coast, they'll be blocked out. The high pressure will be forced to move a little further near Africa and Spain, and the storms will go out to sea. So it's got to either be an Alberta Clipper or hurricanes. Then another thing. He shows this, that there's very, very little drought in the east, and yes, I do agree with that, because there is. He's saying that there will be almost no chance for it to get any drier than this. And then, look, he says landfalls 5 to 7. I'm saying, I'm not sure about that. Because if there are 5 to 7 landfalls on the U.S., which I pretty highly doubt because I haven't seen that in the near past, except maybe for 2005, which I don't think this year will be nearly that strong. Maybe if there could be 5 to 7 landfalls in the Caribbean, Gulf of Mexico, and the United States, but not just the United States and eastern Canada. And she says 4 to 6 will happen along the East Coast and 1 in the Gulf of Mexico at most. I highly doubt 4 to 6 hurricanes will hit the East Coast. There have been 4 hurricanes that hit the East Coast in one season, but that is, I'm not saying highly unlikely, but it is somewhat unlikely this year. And, but I just want to see the comments because I haven't seen this yet. Okay. Well, I don't know what to say about this because I'm not going to say it's wrong. I'm just going to say stop hating. Now I'm going to show you what I think will happen. So, I think actually there will be about 2 to 3 at most hurricanes hitting the East Coast. And, at most, 1 hitting, maybe 2 hitting the Gulf of Mexico. I think I'm going to keep with this. I think the driest places will be, and I'm changing this a little. I mean, I gotta, after seeing the drought monitor. It's about maybe like this, with the worst droughts in this area. Yes, I do think there will be drought in the eastern areas. Maybe this a little further south. Well, not that far south, but you get the point. Maybe more like, no, not that far south. Maybe like this. But you get the point. And then I think the wettest areas are going to be up in the north. Maybe some wetter areas up here. But yeah, that's all. Temperature-wise, I think the hottest areas are going to be about in this area. The very hottest, I think the very hottest in this area during the summer. And the coldest, this area. I don't think there will be too much cold temperatures up here because there is no El Nino forecasted. I don't think there will be an El Nino. I think there will be a La Nina during this summer and winter again. Then severe weather. I generally agree with what he said. I think maybe, let's see. Sorry. The worst severe weather will be from New Jersey down to Florida and barely into Texas for the summer. And, yeah. What I think it will be more like this. I think the worst will be in this area with, some bad severe weather in these areas. Well, not quite. More like these areas. But you get the point. Then the least severe weather in this area. So, well, sorry, whoopsies. I think actually the most severe weather is going to be actually going on in this area. Sorry, I'm drawing it again. Next worst in this area. and the next tourist. This area. Whoops. But, yeah. Please just don't hate on me. I personally don't like it. I know a lot of people don't like it, so, I don't think it should be too hard to ask. And don't say I said it'll be very dry for the East Coast. I said it'll be probably slightly dry. I don't think they're... Well... I'm just wondering, where did you get the high pressure in Mexico from? In the Gulf of Mexico from? Because, I couldn't find it in where you got the high pressure in the Gulf of Mexico from. Well, the heat in the Gulf of Mexico, that doesn't necessarily mean that there will be a high pressure there. I can kind of see where you got it from now. That just means there will be warmer waters. That doesn't mean there will be a high pressure. So, I guess I'll see you guys later. Please don't hate. You know, nobody likes it. I'm sorry if you think this is hating on you, but I guess you could probably call it, payback. So, see you later. Hope you guys have a good day. Bye.